Good morning, Sky here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing a subject to you that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. And that is something that goes on here where I live that may or may not be going on in some way where you live, and that is the organized forced labor of certain ethnic groups, for lack of a better way to say it. And I don't honestly think that the ethnic groups themselves are targeted. They just happen to be easy targets and end up getting recruited. And once recruited into these labor camps, and they are labor camps, and once they are recruited, so I finish my sentence, once they are recruited, it becomes very difficult for them to leave this environment, to move on to other jobs, to do anything but that. And here they take the shape of farm working many times, not always, but it has become extremely organized, and that's going to be the focus of this video. Is become very official and calcified, as they say, if that's the right word. It sounds like the right word to me for some reason. So I just want to give you a little verbal snapshot of what I see every day. Pretty much every weekday, there are these buses that drive around. They pick up people from their homes or wherever they are, and they have tinted windows. And these are adults. They're picking up adults. And they ship them off to vineyards, basically, where they do hard manual labor all day. And I couldn't tell you how much money they're making. They're probably making some money, but it's not really the point. The point is how difficult it is for them to escape this system, this little, army of farm buses, and the lifestyle. And they are not only expected, but they are corralled and recruited, like I said, and they have it's a forced labor class. And it is very much a type of slavery the moment that their exit is blocked, figuratively. The moment they don't have realistic opportunities to advance beyond that, given the ability and the skills, the moment that they are paid less than a fair wage, the moment that they don't have a choice in the matter, these are all things that define slavery. And just because the windows are tinted and just because there are a lot of these buses and they look clean and normal doesn't mean that there isn't something going on. Why is slavery bad? Maybe I'll just discuss something parallel to this. Well, so, if we're being honest, slavery is bad only if you're the slaves, right? I mean, everybody wants somebody to do their dishes, to, rub their feet, so to figuratively, and to, work for little or no money. Wouldn't that be nice to be a wealthy landowner, like, in certain historic parts of the United States? Arguably, the United States is founded on slavery, slave labor, and its fruits, which is connected but not relevant to the subject. A large reason why we're having so many problems nowadays in this country, because of our roots in forcing people to work and our continued policies that surround that idea. Unofficial slavery is still slavery, and it's bad because these are your neighbors. That's why. It's bad because you wouldn't, rob your neighbor, because that would be stupid, right? You wouldn't murder your neighbor because you wouldn't get away with it. On a long enough timeline, it would catch up with you. And slavery, being in violation of consent by definition, I'm going to say that again, part of a defining quality of slavery and any crime is that you are doing something over objection, potentially. You're causing damage. In this case, you're wasting people's time, harnessing their labor and paying them less than they're worth, or nothing at all sometimes. And that is a crime, because they didn't agree to it. If you examine all crime, any crime, it boils down to some breach of agreement. It really does. After which you can invoke the legal symbols, etc. And this isn't about that, but slavery is bad because it pisses people off. It's unfair and it's criminal. It's objectively criminal. So it's not even complicated. People like to make it complicated. You know, it's a big nasty subject nobody wants to talk about. No, it's not. It's real simple, actually. Crime in general is a simple subject, but we overcomplicate it. Anyway, I just want to point out in this video that these things are going on still. They happen in broad daylight. There's a whole class of people who are being enslaved, and it's not just one class. It's a lot of people. So more on this subject. We'll talk more. Have a great day.